It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, work done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the King.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Welcome into a Thursday on the Sports Kings Live. I am Big Mike. Got my partner Rob Calloway with me as usual. Don't forget we're being heard via Spreaker.com. We're also on the Spreaker app via your iPhone, Android device. I just saw earlier today, that if you do have one of those Windows phones, you guys can get the app for the Windows phones as well. So we're everywhere at all times. If you want to consume the product, by all means, welcome. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. Make sure you guys are following us and liking us, especially on Twitter during the show, because Rob will be tweeting out the link to the interactive chat room so you guys can get in on some of the action tonight and let your comments be known, let your thoughts be known on the things that we're talking about. Or if you guys want to chat amongst each other, we don't mind, not one bit. We're also on email, sportskingslive@gmail.com. As we welcome in the second half of this not-so-dynamic duo, Rob Calloway. How are you, sir?
I'm great, dude. What's happening?
I don't know it, man.
Why we got to be not so dynamic? What's up with that?
I don't know, dude. This is what you do. You undersell and over-deliver. That's what I was always taught in business.
Oh, well, that works for me.
You undersell and over-deliver. You tell them how terrible it is, and then
good.
Hopefully you can be above that mark.
Well, we've been underselling the whole week. We've been nailing this thing. Ding,
Have
ding,
we?
Ding, 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 ding.
Is that what's been happening?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good for us.
Even
one day
without sport. Even without sport.
we've had plenty of sports. Plenty of sports to talk about.
But I'm saying, but even in the slow sport cycle, we don't have to sit here and be like, Mike, what's your most gruesome sports injury? Mike, what's your favorite slam dunk contest of all time?
Your Mount
Mike,
Rushmore.
what is your favorite NBA Finals series of all time? Like, we don't. You snuck one in on me yesterday with the whole is Steph the greatest shooter ever, but I'll let that one go because that's real. That's real talk right there. Yeah, that's real talk. So, but we don't have to do that. We can talk about some other stuff. So,
All right. As we set the show up here. As always, we'll do at some point today. We'll do on this day. We'll take a look back and give you guys some education as to some of the historical events that have happened in the world of sports on this particular day in history. We do have some NFL stuff that we didn't get to yesterday. We kind of, got off into some other things. I kind of got on my soapbox for a minute, so we didn't have time to get to this to the NFL stuff from yesterday, and we do have some additional stuff from today. Obviously, NBA Finals is going on today. Some NCAA stuff that has been pushing back and back, as well as some Major League Baseball tidbits. Something funny. One of my favorite and least favorite things happened yesterday in the world of baseball, and I'll tell you guys about it. I know it seems like every time I talk about baseball, I'm complaining, but it's not my fault. It's not. It's the sport, So fix the sport, and then I won't complain about it as much. But first, before we get into all that, there is, I don't know if I want to call it a retraction, but we do have to go. We do have to do an about face on something that we've been discussing here probably over the last 2 days or so.
What did we do?
Nothing bad. The Caitlyn Jenner situation as it relates to the ESPN Arthur Ashe Courage Award.
Okay.
An article was written actually yesterday when we got off. I did some more reading, and then I found this article, if I can find it here. Basically, what's happened is we were all, the people who were on the side of the double amputee, the disabled veteran who runs the marathons and that does the CrossFit stuff, being the runner-up. We were all, in a way, social media duped. By the way, we keep calling him the veteran and the double. His name is Noah Galloway. What actually happened was, okay, here's a statement from ESPN first and foremost. It says, Bruce has received many accolades over the years for being one of the greatest Olympics of our time. But the ESPYs are honored to celebrate Bruce becoming Caitlyn. ESPN executive producer Maura Mand said, and the quote goes on to say, she has shown the courage to embrace a truth that had been hidden for years and to embark on a journey that may not only give comfort to those facing similar circumstances, but can also educate people on the chances that the transgender community face, end quote. Okay. Now, the problem with what we and a lot of other people had been reporting is this whole thing was started by a radio host and a Boston Herald columnist his name is Jerry Callahan. And he's the guy who everything is linked back to. He tweeted, Caitlyn Jenner wins the Arthur Ashe Courage Award, and the runner-up is ... And he had a picture of Noah. I say his name was Noah Callahan or Galloway. I think I said his name was Noah Galloway, right?
Galloway.
Noah
yeah,
Galloway.
It is. Noah Galloway. Yeah.
Okay. So that's how all this stuff got started. And then from there, the meme started with, how is this guy not the runner-up? Well, here's the problem with all of that. ESPN has released a statement to MTV that says, quote, no such thing as a runner-up for the three major awards, meaning the Jim Valvano Award, this Arthur Ashe Award, and what's the other one? The three major ones. There are no runner-ups.
What Athlete of the Year?
No. That's not one of the three major ones because that does have a runner-up. Basically, this is not one of the categories where they say, and the nominees for the Arthur Ashe Award are Caitlyn Jenner,
right.
Noah Galloway, and this person and that person. That doesn't happen. They just make a unilateral decision to pick a person. So the whole concept of Galloway, or what's the young lady's name that died? Lauren Hill. How did I not know that? Remember that? That she also was not involved in this in any way. It was just somebody, and I talked about this yesterday, someone using a situation to expand upon, to kind of hide their bigotry and to act as though they're lifting up one of the veterans of this country while at the same time bringing down Bruce / Caitlyn Jenner. So for anybody, I just want to make sure that for what we do, as much fun as we try to have with things, that we at least make the attempt to get things right. And I don't feel any shame in coming back on the air and saying, we were wrong. We got caught up in somebody else's rumor milling, and we went there with them. But come to find out that what we thought was the case was not. There is no second place. There is no runner-up. It is just an award given by ESPN. And in the article makes a great point, too. Let's face it, everyone. It's a damn ESPY. You know what I mean? It's an ESPY. What are we talking about here? Yeah, it's a damn ESPY. No one's losing sleep over an ESPY. And I feel ashamed that I even got caught up in it. When I read that part of that one line in the article, I was like, oh, yeah. Now I'm ashamed.
What, that is just an ESPY?
Yeah, it's a damn ESPY. This ain't no Pulitzer Prize or what's the thing Obama won and Martin Luther King won it. Nobel Peace Prize. It's an ESPY. Yeah, I'm good. I'm better now. I'm back, everyone. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure we start the show off clearing that whole situation up. All right, now we can move on. Let's see. Where shall we start today? I think we can save the basketball talk until we get. Actually, no, because there's not a lot of it. We did a lot of the heavy lifting yesterday, so I guess we can kind of clean up or do a little tightening up today, as far as some of the stuff maybe we missed yesterday or some of the stuff that came out today. We didn't get to this Iman Shumpert thing yesterday. He's quite a character, by the way. The whole he went and saw the movie San Andreas, the new movie with The Rock, and how the earth seems to be splitting open and everything, the world is ending, and suggested that he may be a little bit nervous to be playing basketball in the state of California after seeing that movie. Now here's the thing. I know Iman is a young cat, but you mean tell me like he's been on this earth 20-something years and he doesn't he had to see that movie to understand what happens in California? Like he didn't have any inkling of what happened in the World Series some years back when the Giants were in the World Series and they had to postpone that thing for an earthquake.
You know what? That was what, 88? Was that 88? 89?
You got to
Something
tell
like
me.
that?
I don't know. You got to tell me.
Man, Iman Shumpert probably was just born.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I know he's a young cat, but at any point in time that you've been watching ESPN or anything,
well, I mean, not even that.
It's never
in
just
school,
crossed.
You learn about the San Andreas fault in school, in science. You learn about that, about what causes earthquakes and all of that. You learn that.
Right. But as far as he goes with the sporting events, it's happened before, and people have moved on. And I don't know how much this dude plays the role, or what it is that's all about. But we never talked about this. The whole thing when he said I guess what he said was the show Empire stole his life. Now I've never watched the show Empire ever, but from what I gather from Twitter and people talking about it, I don't think there's a basketball element to the show, is it?
There's nothing closely associated to anything I think is related to Iman Shumpert. Now, look, that earthquake in the World Series happened in '89. Iman Shumpert was born in 1990. So he wasn't even born when it happened. Yeah. Well, you can't give him. Yeah. I mean,
he's an athlete,
Georgia Tech.
and it's something. Some things just come across. As 89, 99. There's been 2 anniversaries since then. So at some point, ESPN talked about this thing, and that in the same city that you're playing these finals, and you didn't need The Rock to tell you, is what I'm saying. Inevitably, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You didn't need Dwayne Johnson in a movie that he was in to be like, you know what? Yeah, the ground moves out here from time to time. So like I said, I don't know how much of that is just like him playing the role, but I hope it is. Like, I hope that dude, and good point by you as well. Yeah, he's a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech, and apparently a hell of an engineer. That's how that song goes, isn't it?
Yep.
We're getting mixed reports about Kyrie. People are saying that I heard Broussard say he's good to go, and someone else before him said that Kyrie's still not, at 100%. Even with the 7-8 day layoff, that he's still kind of hampered by that tendonitis. I'll say this: I played with tendonitis in both knees. It's no joke. It's a bad look, and we had turf, and it really wasn't turf like turf now. It was basically like some concrete, right, and they put like a thin layer of something green over the top of it.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, and said go play on that.
Christmas tree. Yeah.
And part of the problem when you have tendonitis in your knees is the starting and stopping. You know what I mean? It's something that, it's part of Kyrie Irving's game. So if it is one of those things that really is, well, at the time, for me, and we're talking about, the late 90s. So maybe technology's kind of caught up with it now. But I know before, when I was dealing with it, it was take these anti-inflammatories and you need rest and you got to ice your knees a lot. There was really no regiment, and you got to strengthen the muscles around your quads and things like that. You strengthen the muscles around the patella tendon, because that's what tendonitis is, the loosening of your patella tendon. Mm-hmm. And that's basically it. And then you figure out, how much pain, what your pain threshold is and how much you can perform in the amount of pain that you're in. So it's hard for me to even say what kind of pain this guy is in. I can only assume it's a hell of a lot, if it's still hampering him, and we'll all get to see tonight if we get to see some Kyrie Irving type ish, or if we see some average player wearing Kyrie Irving's number tonight. We understand that, it's a big